So I think today I'll do like a few of these, and then tomorrow I'll do a few, and then I'll go take it. So I'm not going to do like all day long just video, but I might do a couple more like this afternoon, and a couple this evening, and then in the morning do some, and then maybe do some more before I go and take them or something. So hopefully I'll have like 10 little ones or something like that, but we'll see, because I might just run out of things to talk about too, especially because I'm like very cut off. Like, but it's supposed to be that way. Like this TikTok ban that's supposed to go down, where I keep hearing people talk about it. I've heard people talk about it for so long. And so many people are so freaked out and scared that they're going to lose TikTok. And then there's people who have started banking their income on it. I said it and I said it. I said, you don't want to be finding your independence through a third party. And you have to, independence is independence. And, this right here, I'm an independence in a third party, But but I can't even tell you how much more free. Look, I just feel like free. Like, I don't know. Yesterday, I got back from dropping off the truck, and I had the last stuff that wouldn't fit in the storage unit. And so my car was full. I was weak as fuck. Like, my muscles are just spent. They're like, God damn you. And so I pull up, and I can get everything out and put it by the garage door. And then, before I open it to put it in. And there's a little gate up here too that we got. Like, everything is fixed so good. And then, so when I opened it, it was super sunny. And I were out of the lake and stuff, and it was super, super sunny. It was warm. It didn't feel cold at all. So I left it open, and the dogs are just laying here because this is their area right here. There's like it's like the size of my living room, for sure. I think it might even be bigger. But, so they have a little play area with all their little dog beds right now. Max and Stella are all snuggled up on this one, and Archie's over there on that one. But they've got their little dog beds and all their little toys and a little play area here. And so I was working, and I had the thing open, and they were just playing in the center. I was like, man, this is the fucking life. The sun's coming in, you're just doing stuff, whatever, pedaling around or whatever, doing your stuff of life, living your life, and a beautiful day. And it's just like, man, this is what life's all about. Not just rushing around and time clocks and getting to their things and paying all their bills and stuff. And that is why so much of this stuff is going so expensive too. And it's just so crazy because my attitude is so different. And then my mom got this big bill thing, and it's making her mad and stuff. Then all of a sudden they raise this stuff, but her attitude is like, well, yeah, it sucks, but what else can you do? And to me, it's like, that's why we got to stop. But we can't all, like, if she would have stopped when I stopped, like if I would have had a fit, oh, but you got to let people do what they're supposed to do. Because if I would have put all that pressure on her, for one thing, she would have lost everything. Then it would have come back on me. And for another thing is that, then I wouldn't have anywhere to go. And so you got to let everybody go at their own pace. I know a lot of people get really frustrated, and they want everybody to be on board with their same fight and stuff. Nobody has to be on board with your fight. And, this is my own, private fight, but it's public. But it's public because I think that we all need to understand what's going on. And the resistance has to come from us. We have to begin to resist what it is that they're trying to do and control us. And so it's, because they'll keep going and going. As long as you let them, they will push you around and push you around. They'll just take up all your time. They'll make you sick. Then they'll try and convince you that that's natural. And it's like, it's all being done on purpose. But it's like, it can't be done to you on purpose when you have awareness, when you're consciously alert, when you're paying attention. They can't do the same thing. And so it's really strange to observe the people and the creation of the compliancy and the just kind of like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But it's all through programming, they've programmed everybody and nobody really realizes it. And I was trying to tell my mom that yesterday. It was something, I don't remember, it was still something, we were talking about the difference with these two groups or whatever. And I said, but it's all done through this programming. And she was looking at me like, I said, you remember when they had subliminal messaging and they got in trouble and they weren't allowed to do subliminal messaging and it was interfering with people's minds. And she remember that because that was back, when I was younger. I don't think I was still a kid, but, like a older teenager kind of age, I think. And she said, and so I said, that is what they've been doing. They've been doing it the whole time, and they've been programming people how to think, and that is how they created this group to be against this other group. Is all done through this programming in the programs. So the shows that people would watch would tell them how to look at things, how to think, how to act, and it kind of, it's like they create characters in shows to create characters in society. It's like it's weird, but yeah, they just want this heavy influence over us all the time, and it's but it's not something that is ever positive for us. That's the thing, and it's just, I don't know, it trips me out is how much people just will accept such shit, such bullshit. But everybody has to see it for themselves. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know if my mom's place is going to get burnt down. And, I mean, that would be devastating. That's for sure. But that's what's going on all over the place. And everybody's on their own journey. And one thing, too, as you're going through this stuff, I would recommend don't judge anybody else's journey. Just don't judge what anybody else is going through, what they're doing, or any of that stuff. Because what I have found is when I go into judgment of somebody else's thing, then I'm going to go through something to show me. But that may just be what I'm here to experience. It may not be what you're here to experience, but that's what happens for me. And so you got to really be weary of judgment. And so, like, for instance, if somebody's sitting there judging me, like, oh, she's so stupid, she shouldn't have done that, you should pay your bills, you should keep your hat, like, all that kind of stuff, and being however the judgy thing would happen, then something will happen to get them to get a different perspective, because everything is about perspective. Everything is about increasing our perspective, and then for us to see more and more and more. And so that is what you got to be thinking about for life. I mean, that's what your role is. The person, the character that you're playing here is so that you can learn a perspective. It's like a tiny, how I see it is tons and tons and tons of windows, but all these different windows of all these different, each one is a different life, a different perspective, and you are just in one of those windows right now. But all those windows are all you at different perspectives in different lives. And so that's what your lives are about. It's not like, well, I was a king at one point. It's like, that's just a role. You just came in to experience it. Like, I'm sure we've all been something like that. We've all held places of power. We've all, in probably in several different aspects. There's probably been times where you held places of power where you were fuckery. There was probably other times when you held places of power where you were great and there was fuckery done to you. Like, everything plays out in all these different ways. So even if you go in and you see your life as like, look, I was fucking brilliant or whatever it is, then, that's a part of you. But it doesn't make you better than anybody else, because we've all been these things. We've all done these things. And people get real caught up in like, yeah, well, I'm just stupid and fat and ugly and I don't have any value or whatever. That is you. That's how you look at yourself, because that's not, this isn't even all of you. This is just a moment. This is like a dream. This is a moment in time, which, oh my God, my dreams are crazy. And And all the different people I've been talking to, too, everybody's having problems sleeping and everybody's having crazy dreams. So another sign to me is like something, we're right on this, right on the edge. Something is gonna be going. And it's gotta be just the momentum is building and building so much. It just feels like it's got to be so close. I just don't know what it is. Just like I feel like, fuck, man, that I got out of there. I swear to God, I really feel like something is going to go down. Because the reason why, not just because, oh, well, now I'm gone, so now something. No, it's the rush. It was the way I was rushed out of there. Because the whole time I kept thinking, even if they come and evict me, I'll get a notification in the mail, and then they'll tell me I've got 30 days to move. They didn't do any of that. They just sent me a letter, and they said, we're telling Whatcom County to evict you. And so then it was months and months and months, and then that cop shows up and tells me I got to be out in 5 days. And 10 days before the like, so fucking bullshit. But again, I'm not going to sit there and whine and cry and fight. Oh, well, that's my home and I did all this work. It's like, yeah, but shit's going to, like, I just feel like it was an ending and it's time for a beginning. It's time for things to start over. I have been talking about it for so long. Like, something will come in and move me. Something will happen. And, well, there you go. Something came in and it moved me. What was that? Oh yeah, and one thing was Stella. She smells really, really good. Like, she just smells like she's not having that weird chemical smell anymore. And she smells just like clean and fresh. Like, when I'm petting her, her coat is so soft. And then you go up and, put your face up on her, give her a kiss, and she just smells good. It's like, I don't know. I don't look at her and think like she's sickly. Like, no, I feel like you look at her and you think like she's super healthy, but she's being whiny, and but she's also super emotional. But she could still have her hips hurting, but I don't know. I feel like that they're all doing well, and I think that that's going to make a difference too, getting out of that mold and mildew, and I'm telling you, my yard was a fucking swamp. Like, and it can be that the whole area not get a massacre, but it definitely can be something that's going to happen in my house. And that would be this energy flipping. It's not going to go the way the bankers had it go before. Things are going to keep fucking falling apart for them. Which my mom said this morning, the news was talking about how great the banks are doing. The banks are doing so good right now. I was like, oh, yeah, right. That is some bullshit. Don't believe that stuff. That's bullshit. They're going down, and it's whatever. They want to convince us. And then Congress is talking about mishandling money. But also, don't forget how new money is. Money hasn't been around since the beginning of time. And I went to the bank yesterday to get cash to give my son-in-law, and they gave me $1,000 without even question. I've seen people having these big bits in banks where they won't give them any money and stuff. They just gave me the cash, no question. And so, but what I started thinking about, like, when I was getting it, was like, oh, so this is where that's why they want to change the money system again, is because they don't know what we're doing with that cash. So we're taking cash, and then they don't know what we're doing with it. And so it's like we're sneaking around behind their back, and they want to get control over it. So that's why in their new money system that they want to start on the dark side, it goes along with the 15 minutes. It has to do with the Bitcoin thing, or so, not that particular one, but the same kind of thing that they want to do. And so that we wouldn't be able to do anything. There would not be cash anymore. We would only be able to do stuff digitally through their money system, which eventually their plan is it's going to be compliant based. So as much you have to comply to the rules in order to be able to use that system, and there won't be any other way. That's where bartering. But right now they've got people such lacking skills. Like, what are you going to barter with somebody? Nobody knows how to do shit. They know how to go. Some people don't even know fucking how to count money. Like people have got issues. Like, This, work smarter, not harder, is the opposite what you need to be doing. You need to work harder, and because that gets you to be smarter. Like, so it's the opposite. Working smarter is becoming lazy, and that's going to make you stupid. And so you want to try and learn the stuff that you can, not but anyways, we've got so many people lacking skills and stuff. So, but that's what, part of their plan. But yeah, they don't want us switching cash around and stuff. Like I can see so much of how they want control over that. They don't think that we should be able to have the right to pay like that, buy a car from somebody without that person being responsible towards the government for paying taxes on that, because we can hide things, just like I could pay my son-in-law for doing that work and him not have to pay. They don't want us working under the table for each other. They don't want us working together as a community. They want to keep us divided apart and them control all of the money. But it's all falling apart. It's not going in their direction because this energy is changing. The universe is changing direction. And so the way that they were taking us, it's going to flip and go the other way. And in the new system, it's going to have a digital thing too, but it's not going to be as controlled. And we are our own bankers or something. It's something about this quantum system. And the quantum system is going to even be more than just the money system. It's also going to have to do with the computer, like as a whole thing, with the technology and stuff. And to me, it just is a lot of, like, you need to tune in to your spiritual side, the spiritual side of life, and the spiritual side of existence. And that is going to be, I don't know. It seems like to me that the more distant you are from that, the more harder or difficult or foreign things would seem or feel. But I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. But all these things, these precursors leading us up into that, are what has to go down. So however this all plays out, it has to play out the way it plays out. And it's going to be dramatic. There's going to be more crises. There's going to be more shit going down. It's going to be dangerous in places. There's going to be mass exiting for groups of people. And I don't know. I don't know if this weekend, I think, is going to be action-packed. Like, I think that people need to really be aware wherever you're going and stuff. And like traveling right now, like on airplanes and stuff, I wouldn't surprise me if there's crashes with that. Like, there's no telling what's going to go down. I just think there's going to be a lot of drama. I don't think it's just going to go like super smoothly, because just like even in my move, like, yeah, these miracles, and then it's like this dark energy, this fucking shenanigans, man, that fuckery. Just non-fucking stop. God damn, I cannot believe how much fuckery. So that is on a larger scale too. It's not just me. It's not like they're just following me around. And it's also one thing too, is like there's sort of some of these spiritual people the new spiritual people who really haven't studied spirituality, that a lot of them think like they've healed. They've healed and they've awakened, and they know that they're a prince or king or queen or whatever. And so they don't have any dark energy. Nothing messes with them. And which, by the way, a lot of them haven't even healed. They just ignore that and pretend like it doesn't happen or it doesn't exist. And that's where they come up with their concept. But it does exist, and it is out there, and it's not fucking with you because you're a bad person and you've got more devils on you or whatever. It is an energy that is trying to stay in existence, and we all have dark energy that lingers around, that is attached to us. And there's dark energy I'm sure there's free agents out there all over the place. I'm sure we have got so much dark energy out there going all over. And so when something's fucking with you, don't think like, oh, well, see, I'm not healed. I'm really a dark energy. That's why they can cut. No, That doesn't, they can mess with whoever or whatever they want to mess with. Doesn't mean that you are low energy or low frequency because they're messing with you. I think it's more of like high frequency, and they're trying to bring you back down to low frequency. So when you're feeling like you're being spiritually attacked and stuff, have that awareness. Like, I just keep telling them, like, fuck off. It's fuckery bullshit. You guys fuck off. And don't feed into their stuff. And you got to pay attention. You got to watch out, because I am not shitting you. The knife thing, anything that they can put on the edge that's going to fall and hurt you, a cabinet door suddenly swinging open, it's just constant shenanigans. And so you just got to, I don't know, just slow down, pay attention, take your time, be aware that this is real. And they fuck with you in your dreams and stuff too. Like, it's all shenanigans. That's all I know. And so we will end it here. I think I'm gonna take a break and then see how things go more for today, and then I'll do a couple more here in a little while and give you more of an update for later in the day. So I will talk to you later. And just remember, what we're doing is learning how to love ourselves, love everyone, and how to have a loving day, because it's totally up to you. So I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you in a little while. Talk to you later. Bye.